and welcome to lesson 5 of food preparation and nutrition cooking sessions at home. So in this lesson we're going to be doing a one pot Mexican style beef and rice. Just going to talk you through some of the ingredients before we move over to the hob, because most of this is done over there. So if we just work our way around, we've got some rice here. It's basmati rice. I've used brown rice because it's higher in dietary fibre, and there's 150 grams for 2 people here. Okay, we've got a tin of kidney beans. They have been drained and rinsed. Really important you do that. Okay, then we've got 1.5 tablespoons of tomato puree. We've got 80 grams of cheddar cheese. Got a fajita seasoning, and so that's 1.5 teaspoons of fajita seasoning, and with that we've also got 2 cloves of garlic, and my garlic has been crushed. Can be sliced up if you haven't got a garlic crush. Then we've got minced beef, and we've got 240 grams of minced beef, 1 onion which has been diced up. You will need either a stock cube or a stock pot. I'm going to use the stock pot, but either is fine. We're then going to need some water to go with the rice. That's 350 millilitres of water, and we also need a tablespoon of oil. Right then, so all of the ingredients are prepared. Really important that you do that first. As ever, hair tied back, apron on, sleeves rolled up, hands washed with hot soapy water. And we know that this area is clean. I've cleaned this area down also before we've got started. So just a quick recap for those of you who've done the pasta bake practical. The pan is on and there is oil in here, and I'm actually allowing my oil to heat up so that when I put the onion in, the onion doesn't absorb all of the fat, tastes quite greasy. It actually cooks the onion. So as I showed you before, just take a small piece of onion, pop it into your pan. What you're looking for, you're also listening for, is it to start to get some little bubbles around the onion to show you that the oil's hot enough, and you can also start to hear it cooking. Okay. Once that's started, you're going to carefully, because you don't want any of the oil to splash back at you, carefully put all of your onion into the pan, and we're going to just cook the onion off for 2 to 3 minutes whilst it just goes a nice golden brown colour. Once it's gone this golden brown colour, you're then going to add your beef mince. You need to cook and stir that through until the beef mince has browned. You don't want any red or pink parts of the beef mince. Okay, so as you can see now, I have browned off my mince, and I'm now ready to add my fajita seasoning and my garlic, which I have cut up. Okay, so these go in, and I'm just going to stir them around to coat the beef. That's just going to cook together for just 1 minute. While that's cooking, just add some salt. This one's pepper and pepper. Couple of grinds, and then just stir through again. So what we're going to do now is we're going to reduce the heat, we're going to add our other ingredients, and then we're going to turn the heat back up and bring it back to the boil. So knocking my heat down to a lower temperature, I'm going to add my tomato puree, my kidney beans, my rice, it's dry, it's not cooked, my water, and finally the stock pot or the stock cube. Now what I'm going to do is turn my heat back up, and I'm going to stir until my stock pot has dissolved. And what I want to happen is I want to bring this pan up to the boil. Okay, so as you can see now, I've brought my pan up to the boil, and I'm going to turn this heat down to a low heat. Just stir it once through, cover, and I'm going to leave this to cook now for 15 minutes. Okay, so the 15-minute timer has just gone off, so I'm going to take my lid off. I'm going to give my dish a stir around. Now it's important to know that the rice hasn't finished cooking at this point. So what I'm going to do is turn the heat off completely, cover the rice again, and I'm now going to set the timer for 10 minutes. While we leave it, the rice will continue to cook in the hot liquid. Okay, so 10 minutes are up and my Mexican dish has been cooking. Just going to take the lid off and give it a stir around. So what we do now is you can add, if you like, some chopped coriander. So this is the leaves and the stalks together. So I'm going to, I've chopped up a small bunch and I'm going to add about 2/3. Okay, as well, to my dish, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And then I'm going to give this another stir around. So the noise you can hear in the background, that's the grill. And the grill has been preheating because this dish is now going to go into the grill after I've added the grated cheese. So just stir those things together. And so now I get my grated cheese. If you remember, it was 80 grams. And this is going to go all over the top. Okay, and now I'm going to put my oven gloves on and I'm going to put this into the grill for 5 to 7 minutes. Just be careful when you lift this up, it's going to be really hot. Okay, so my saucepan didn't have a traditional saucepan handle, so whichever cooking dish you're putting in there, just make sure that it's safe to go into the grill. I'm going to set my timer now for 5 minutes, check it after that, and if I'm not happy with the amount of melting I've got with the cheese, I'm going to leave it for another 2 minutes. Okay, so the timer's gone off on the grill, so hopefully my dish is ready to serve now. Again, oven gloves on, because this is super hot. Please ask someone to help you. Okay, so now my cheese is all melted. Very hot dish, I put it down on an oven-proof mat, and now it's ready to serve. I'm just going to put the last little bit of coriander on. As I said before, that bit is optional. You might not have it, you might not like it, okay? But it just adds an extra depth of flavour. Hope you enjoy that one. As ever, any questions, please send me a message. Try it out with your families and hope you enjoy it. Thanks.